this morning, and Jose Manuel and I will be chairing the meeting together, is how we can do more on deregulation, on cutting costs, on helping businesses compete and succeed, and help them create jobs, because it's jobs and growth that we need most of all in Europe. It's a job in trying to encourage deregulation and to reduce the burden, to discuss it briefly, and to encourage everyone to ask business in their own countries about what more we can get. But Jose Manuel, first of all, over to you.
Thank you very much, David. I really believe it's a very important agenda for Europe to have a simpler, cheaper, and lighter regulation. Common sense regulation. Indeed, let's be honest about this. There are some regulation we need. In the internal market, if every country has its own regulation, it's a problem, not only for the SMEs, but even for big companies. So there is, I think, a point to be made that we need common regulation at European level, but of course this regulation should be lighter, simpler, and cheaper. Very often, European Union action replaces at least 28 different sets of national regulation with just one set of rules. And in areas like the digital economy that we discussed yesterday, or trade or services, business, and I've also read very attentively your very interesting report, business wants more European actions. They want common rules for the European Union, namely on trade or services. At the same time, let's be honest, I know very well that many entrepreneurs, especially SMEs, feel they are being caught up in too much red tape. That's why we have to slash this red tape. Since 2005, I've been pushing for a change of culture in Brussels and also sometimes in national capitals. We have come a long way. 6,000 legal acts repealed, 32 billion euros already saved, and our regulatory fitness program, REFIT, is the next phase in the rollout. So this is our program that we have already adopted. By the way, I thank you, David, and the business representatives for the positive remarks you made about this important step. But now we are going to consider also what else can be done, having in mind an important point that I want to make very clearly here with you. It's great that business, like now this initiative, take a very strong role in these discussions. At the same time, let's be also frank, there are other stakeholders. There are important stakeholders that we have to listen to as well, since from the environment, from those who express environment concerns to workers and trade unions. So, and I think you understand that this is critically important for the success. This is my only political point today. We have to see what is the best way of delivering better regulation. How can we better get results? I believe we should not call into question established policy goals at European level. It is not about lowering standards in areas such as environment that are so important for many of our member states, and for all of them, or lowering standards in terms of workers' health and safety or consumer protection. This also should not be seen as an ideological debate between the member states and themselves, or between member states and European institutions. It should not be a fundamental theological debate about competencies. I would like to see this as a pragmatic agenda. I think that's the best way to deliver, to have results. How can we, in all matters of the European Union, all matters, reduce unnecessary regulation? As I've quoted in French, Montesquieu, recently, I can also repeat it here today in French and English. Les lois inutiles affaiblissent les lois nécessaires. Useless laws weaken the necessary ones.